Alright, everybody, this is Tazrell from Den of Owls podcast. Today I'm interviewing my friend, my homie, Matthew Harris.
You already know what it is.
He's a financial planner
By day.
and a boxer by night, I guess. By evening. And he's getting into some new ventures, so I wanted to dive into him. So what made you get into finance?
Finance. For me, funny enough, it was a thing where I just thought about consistency while I was in high school. I was fortunate enough to really think in advance to say to myself, what's gonna get me, not necessarily the job, not necessarily the money, but what's gonna keep me relevant? What's gonna keep my skills relevant? And that led me to the world of business. Taking a lot of business classes in 11th grade, carrying that on into 12th grade, and knowing right away that I wanted to go to university for business. As for finance, once I got into university for the business program, I mean, you have your different options, your accountings, your finances, your economics, your marketing, etc. And funny enough, I thought, now when I started thinking about money, I said, maybe accounting. But I realized very quickly I didn't like that, and I wasn't that good at it. So I thought to myself, maybe I want to get into economics. And I still very much enjoy economic conversations, but then I said to myself, I think finance is a little bit more practical in comparison to economics. And not that that's necessarily true, but that was my mindset at the time. And I just decided to get into finance from there, just put my head down, got to work. Got the degree, got into the banking right around the same time I had finished my degree, and just kept going from there.
What made you become a boxer, amateur boxer?
Boxing is always something that I've been into. My dad watched it a lot, my brothers watched it a lot. I'm sure you remember the video games from back in the day, PlayStation, Knockout Kings. Leading up to Fight Night, all of those different types of games, and just, watching the Roy Joneses of the world, the Floyd Mayweathers of the world, even, guys that were just good for the time, the Winky Wrights of the world, the James Tonys of the world. It's always just a sport that I really appreciated. I really appreciate the mental aspect that comes with the game, and the mental toughness, fortitude that's required in it. And I think there's a lot of translatable skills in boxing and really in individual sports in general. At one point I said to myself, I'm just going to do it. Why not? Let me at least try it out. I've always wanted to do it. I've always wondered what it would have been like if I had done it. And I just sort of made the leap of faith and said, you know what, let's just get in it. I never really intended to fight per se, but it becomes a little addictive in a sense where you just want to continue to get marginally better. And again, just a parallel for life as well. So, as I kept getting better, much quicker than I guess anticipated, coach had said at the time, listen, there's a fight, there's a major tournament, 9 months away at the time. And if you keep going on that pace that you're going on, I think you'll be more than ready to compete in it. And we competed in it. It was 3 fights in 3 days. I was fortunate enough to win that tournament, one of the largest tournaments in North America, really, called the Brampton Cup, and just never looked back from there, man. Just kept going at it, still going at it. Actually coming off a little bit of an injury right now, but just keeping pushing, enjoying it. I like the craft of it. To me, it's the same thing as tennis. It's the same thing as chess. It's just that mental game, and that's something that I really enjoy with it. So, I like the mental part of it. I like the physical part of it. Just marrying both worlds together.
Nice. Well, this wraps up our little mini interview. Like I said, thanks again, Matthew, for helping us.
You know what it is?
Do you have any links so people could find you at?
Yes. So when it comes to financial planning advice, you can follow me on Instagram at Matthew1.Harris. That page is not too active as of yet, but I'm up to something. So definitely follow me there for some really good financial planning advice. as well as, you can always DM me there for some direct advice for anything that you want to talk about. I do actually have a podcast of my own as well. That podcast is called the True North Views podcast. Really good podcast. We talk about, all things hip-hop and hip-hop news related. Get into a few random thoughts and sports as well. But you can follow us there on Instagram and on Twitter at True North Views. All one word, very easy to spell, no tricks. So those are probably the two best places where you can find me, find any commentary that I'm making, find any subject matter that I have to release to the world. The podcast account at True North Views, or the financial planning account, Matthew1.Harris. See me on there, shoot me a message, and we'll get it going.
Alright, man. Thank you for your time.
For sure.
Thank you for showing me a little boxing skills.
You know what it is.
And catch you guys next time.
You already know.
Peace.
Peace.